guys, let's just ignore for now my disheveled appearance. It's first thing in the morning. I've just gotten up, gotten ready. Yes, I'm wearing a creased t-shirt. That's just what we're going to do today. But as you saw from the title, this is going to be a challenge video. I am doing the 10K affirmations. I'm going to try and repeat one affirmation 10,000 times today, not necessarily 24 hours. It's more just like the actual day. So like literally as I've gotten up, I've already started a little bit of the affirmation and right before going to sleep, basically, as much as I can. So probably the update will come tomorrow morning to let you guys know, well, A, did anything happen within this time frame, even a bird before land, and B, you know, how do I feel? Did it work? What number did I get to, basically? So I'm going to test out on something a little different. I'm going to try a slightly new affirmation. Actually, no, I'll start with a brand new affirmation. I haven't spoken to one of my friends in a while, and neither of us have reached out. So I'm going to actually use that as my basis. And it's not going to be like, oh, you know, my skin cleared up, because by the end of the day it could definitely clear up. It's going to have to be something where there has to be something tangible, like a physical big change. So yeah, I've been in, I guess what you could call no contact. So I'm going to affirm that my friend texted me. Gonna get my friend to reach out to me, and then we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's the affirmation I'm going to do 10,000 times today, and I've already started it. I didn't word it that way because I just filmed this now, obviously, so I worded it slightly differently, but it means the same thing. So I'm going to go with what I just told you guys, which is my friend texted me, and pretty short to the point. And yeah, we'll see if any results come in, any birds before land, what happens. Hi guys, just a quick update. We're about mid-afternoon now. It's about 1 p.m. and I started at about 9 a.m. this morning, and honestly, I'm not doing that great. I had a few errands I had to run, so I'm not going to sacrifice getting certain tasks done for this. So yeah, I'm only on about 400, which isn't terrible, because it's literally like the equivalent of 40 minutes of affirming already. And I have the whole evening. I don't really have any other plans. I'm just uploading a video, going out a little bit later, and that's literally it. So I can do this, but yeah, I'm lagging a little bit. I was hoping to be at 1,000 by now, so I need to push myself a little harder. One update, one positive thing is that I started to get positive visual of, what was it? I think it was of me and my friend just having a really positive conversation. It just came into my mind. So that is a kind of movement where my mind is starting to conform. My thoughts are just, being more positive in general. So that's a nice little... Hi guys, it's approximately 1 hour later, and I've spent at least 20-30 minutes affirming. I've gotten up to about, I'm on just over 600 loops of my affirmation, and I'm starting to get more visuals and just feel more positive and excited, like, feelings associated with having my manifestation. And yeah, I am over 600, which I think is about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Approximately. I've been comparing it to how many repetitions I can get done in 10 minutes, and then just adding up the time together like that, because I think looking at time is also just as important when you're checking how long you've been affirming for. So yeah, just hit over 600 about 1 hour later. I had lunch in that time, but I've also spent, like I said, around 20, maybe even 30 minutes already affirming since I last did a clip for you guys. Hi guys, another quick update. I'm up to about 1,000 now. I'm on 978, I think, loops. And really, it's been a little bit up and down. And I think that's maybe some interference from my ego and subconscious beliefs kind of kicking in and being like, whoa, what are you trying to tell us here? Like, what is this new story you keep trying to create? And maybe my mind is reminding me like, hey, look at the facts here. We're protecting you. Your friend wasn't in contact with you. These are the 3D circumstances, blah, blah, blah. So that did come up in my mind as I was affirming a little bit. So I'm not entirely sure what the source or link of those negative thoughts are, but it was just interesting to note that the more I was looping around 800 affirmations, those started to pop up. But again, I still had those great moments where I felt really, really positive, and I felt like, yeah, things were improving, and I was getting excited and happy and aligning myself like emotionally with the results, because I just felt, like I said, excited. And yeah, I was getting positive emotions, which is a great sign. Again, emotions don't manifest. I always say that, but it's always a good sign if you feel happy and the way you would in the end result. Like, that just means your mind is conforming. So it's a sign that your thoughts are conforming, as opposed to your emotions conforming. and that bringing you your result, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's not the emotions that manifest. I just want to clarify, but it's always a positive sign that I'm feeling this way. So yeah, I've started to feel quite happy and excited, and almost like it's kind of realistic. Like I'm starting to think that it feels kind of realistic for me to get my manifestation. It seems, and I know you might be thinking, oh, you're just manifesting a text, like who cares? But actually, you know, being in no contact for a while, not really having much of a friendship, you know, obviously those in 3D circumstances, in terms of that, it's a bit negative. We're not coming from the best place ever, because I could have just said, oh yeah, my best friend texts me, and then, you know, I'd get like a really happy text about going out because I don't have resistance to that. Whereas with this person, I have more resistance. So it's going to maybe be a little bit harder for my mind to manifest, but that's why I picked it for the 10K affirmations, to see if I can actually get this flipped around in a day. So yeah, I'm around 1,000, which is 2 hours of affirming. So quite a lot, to be honest. It's a lot of my day spent doing that so far. I'm feeling good, a little bit of ups and downs, but overall feeling excited and yeah, aligned with it. And also I put a clip at the beginning. I'm using a kind of tally counter. It's just one of the free apps from the App Store where you can just like manually enter plus or minus whatever number you want as you're counting your affirmations. Hi guys, just a little update. I'm on, I think, 1,200, around 1,200. So well over 2 hours now, slowly getting closer to 3 hours of affirming. So it's getting pretty repetitive, slightly robotic, slightly tedious, but I am taking breaks. I'm not just sat here for 4 hours, like I have other stuff to do. So yeah, I've been taking little breaks and just doing 10-20 minutes here and there. So yeah, I'd say maybe 20 minutes for every hour, something like that. So yeah, I was looking through some old like screenshots and photos on my phone, and I came across one of a conversation with this friend. So yeah, I take it as a major bird before land, because I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't trying to find a sign or look at old messages. I was just looking through my phone looking for something else actually, and I came across that, and it was a cute little screenshot of this conversation we had. So I take it as a major bird before land, and yeah, just a positive sign that things are developing and unfolding. So yeah, even though it's not the craziest manifestation, I know, but you know, going from no contact to immediately getting a text within a day would be pretty epic. So yeah, because then you can apply it to your SP. That would prove that for any form of contact that you want from anyone, you can manifest it with this method potentially. So yeah, I just thought I would update you to let you know that I had a bit of a bird before land. So just a quick update, I'm about to hop in the shower, but I've reached approximately 1,300 loops so far, which is about 3 hours actually, so quite a while. And yeah, I started to get a bit more birds before land. I got another positive sign that was essentially a partial manifestation / bird before land, because obviously it wasn't from my friend, it wasn't a message, but it was a message from someone else asking to meet up. And it was kind of a random message, but it's more or less the type of thing I was hoping to manifest this time. So another really positive sign that I'm on the right track and things are, you know, coming together really well. And yeah, I'm starting to feel really positive about saying the affirmations. Definitely much fewer negative thoughts. Hey guys, one of my probably final updates from tonight. It's in my dressing gown and it's like basically 11 p.m. So I don't have a lot of time left. I think maybe a couple hours at most before I go to sleep. So yeah, I'm going to use the majority of that time to keep affirming, try and get the numbers up. It's like a fun challenge, really. It's going well. I think I'm on 1,360 approximately. I have it on the tally counter, but I don't know it off by heart. So it's around, close to 1,400, which is a lot. Oh no, actually, it's over 1,600. I remember now. It's about 1,650. So I'm doing well, getting closer to 2,000. I didn't realize how long it would take to jump from 1,000 to 1,000. When you actually count the affirmations one by one, it takes a really long time to get to that level. It took me like the whole day to get to 1,000. So yeah, I guess in that respect, the challenge isn't going amazingly, but I had another great bird before land. So I'm updating you guys now. I had another friend reach out and ask me about this friend. So it's not really a partial manifestation. I take it more as like a positive sign that the communication is on the way. I'm getting the text message soon. And then I also saw I had a random person text me and message me exactly what I would expect the friend to message me, what I would expect my friend to say to me in a text, or, you know, I guess I say text, but it could be like WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, could be anything.
But yeah, I kind of got a random message that would seem like it's exactly what I want to hear from my friend. So again, another great sign. So yeah, getting tons of like physical birds before land and a tiny bit of movement, I guess you could say. But it's more so just like a very partial manifestation rather than physical movement from the friend. But either way, I take it all as a positive sign. And yeah, I'm going to persist. Hi guys, next day here obviously, and I'm giving you guys my final update and overview of the challenge. So I only got up to 2,172 loops, and I will say now that yeah, having done that, it actually takes a lot. It's very tedious to count it one by one, and it kind of becomes a bit redundant and frustrating and makes me feel a little bit like, I don't know, just kind of annoyed having to constantly on the tally counter press in the numbers over 2,000 times during the day. And most times I was doing like 200, 300 loops at a time. So yeah, it was quite a lot. And I didn't realize that approximately, in 10 minutes, you could only get done maybe 80 repetitions, maybe 100 if it's like a 3-word affirmation. Mine's a little bit longer, and I would add in words like always, right now. Like I would kind of mix it up because I don't want to sit there like a robot just saying the exact same words over and over. So yeah, I did kind of mix it up a little bit, but obviously I was saying the same thing that my friend texted me, almost like in past tense, so like it had already happened and I'm confirming it as a fact. That's usually how I like to word my affirmations. And yeah, so I got up to 2,172 loops, which actually turned out to be 4.5 hours of affirming yesterday. On average, I didn't time it obviously, but I worked out that about 80 loops per 10 minutes. And then I would just multiply it using a calculator on my phone because I can't do the maths. But yeah, it worked out to approximately 4.5 hours, which is the longest time I've spent affirming for one single topic, let alone one affirmation, for weeks, if not months. I almost never spend that much on one desire. Maybe if I'm like desperate or something's happened, then I might. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I spent that long. 4.5 hours is a long time to take out of your day. Considering that I spent maybe 2 or 3 hours doing my own thing during the day. What else? Yeah, I took breaks to eat my food. So I took lunch and dinner breaks and watched something instead of like affirming. I just can't focus when I'm eating. So yeah, I did take a couple of breaks where I was out with family, running errands, just working. Like I had some work tasks to get done. And I didn't want to sacrifice that just to get the 10,000 affirmations done. So I will say it is doable. I do think if you put in the time and effort and really just took a whole day out just to yourself, where you plan it out, you're on your own, you have the space and peace and quiet, and you can just, spend the whole day looping, apart from obviously sleeping, taking a couple of breaks to whatever, I don't know, eat a snack, eat your food. Like you can take those little breaks, but you can actually get it done because really, if you sleep 8 hours, you do technically have 16 hours free. So I reckon 16 hours is plenty of time to get 10,000 affirmations done, considering in 4 hours I got 2,000 done. So that would be actually no, I don't, okay, maybe not. Maybe you couldn't do 10,000 in one day. I don't know. You probably could if you sacrifice some sleep. If I'm doing the maths correctly, it would take you like 20 hours. Maybe, I don't know. That's the timing that I got, 4.5 for 2,000. But anyway, not a lot considering my goal was 10,000. I just wanted to see how far I could get. Really, I thought I'd get up to 4. But I think maybe I was a bit too lenient with taking my breaks, perhaps, shorter lunch break, not watching a film, not watching a TV show. I should have probably gone back straight to affirming. But it was still an interesting challenge and good insight for you guys that I did. I think in all my clips I mentioned that I got a lot of movement, a lot of birds before land, positive signs, positive imagery and visuals coming up in my mind. I even came across old conversations with my friend that was saved up. I think one that was screenshot on my phone. Wasn't like planning on it, and it was my friend reaching out to me, just being really sweet and nice. So I had that screenshot on my phone and I stumbled upon it, not randomly because there are no coincidences. So I knew that it was like a kind of movement or a sign that I'm on the right track. My mind's conforming, it's a sign of my 3D conforming. So it's entirely possible that, at any point from now on, in the very, very near future, that I will get the text message, and I'll keep persisting. I'll keep affirming for, all the topics I want. This is not going to be my main priority because getting contact from someone, that's never going to be a priority, let's be honest. But I'm going to continue affirming it for a little bit, setting the intention, keeping that manifestation and desire going. So yeah, just being honest with you guys, I only got up to just over 2,000, a fifth of what I should have technically got for the challenge. But I guess my kind of insight now is that it's very difficult to get to 10,000 a day. So don't pressure yourself to have to reach a certain number. 2,000 loops is more than enough because it equals hours and hours of affirming, which absolutely makes a huge difference. Most people don't even affirm for an hour per day for their desire. So I'm really happy with the progress I made. I did do a lot. I was very diligent. I stayed up for like almost 2 hours before bed affirming. That's how long it takes to bloody loop these affirmations. And yeah, honestly, only 80 in 10 minutes, and 10 minutes of looping one affirmation gets really tedious. So it does take a lot of willpower. That's another thing I learned. You really have to push yourself and be motivated and really want your desire to complete the 10K affirmation challenge and even get to 2,000 in one day per desire. It'll take a lot. I don't think you could even do, if you have multiple desires, realistically as a human with a social life or work-life balance, you cannot get more than 2,000 done per day per desire, unless maybe your desire is to just say I'm perfect or I'm so skinny. Those are really quick affirmations to say. I reckon you could loop at least 110 minutes because it's like, I'm so skinny, I'm so skinny, I am so skinny. Like you can say it really quickly, whereas mine was slightly longer. And like I said, I added in leading words like always, right now, of course, I know. And that's more to keep it from becoming robotic. I didn't want to get into a really bored, like unfocused mindset. I wanted to kind of be focusing on it as well and help myself create more visuals, which I did get. Got a lot of positive visuals, positive emotions, so I know for a fact it's working, and manifestation could show up in my 3D at any moment. Just because I didn't do 10K doesn't mean it's not coming. But yeah, it was a good challenge to try. Maybe if you have the time and you want to test yourself to see how far you can get per day. Obviously, if you spend a long time, you can absolutely get to like 5,000 a day. I don't know how some people have said, I've seen this written in a few places and people talking about getting up to 6,000 in one day. I don't know how they do that. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're literally like screaming their affirmations super quick, like, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. At which point I feel like you just lose focus and understanding of what you're even doing. So for me, it's about putting a little more intention into what I'm saying and kind of taking my time with it, not forcing myself to rush it. So maybe that's why I took longer to do them. But either way, I saw some internal positive movement in my own mind, saw some really great birds before land that were motivating and fun to experience. So I know I'm on the right track. So yeah, overall, do count your affirmations with like a tally counter or something if you think it's beneficial. If you want to try it out, see if it motivates you, because it is motivating and great to see the numbers build up. I would just say take breaks, because it really does, it takes willpower to get to thousands of loops. But yeah, overall a positive challenge. Maybe I'll do it again. If you guys want to see this challenge done again, I can do it for a different desire, something completely brand new. If you guys want to challenge me to something, or I can do it for one of my own personal desires. Just let me know what you guys think, what you'd like to see. And yeah, do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I enjoyed doing this. It was something different for me. Even though I technically failed the challenge, I did see movement, and all effort to affirm is going to be worth it. There is going to be some positive outcome from it. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.